exploring the 9 circles of hell and the ancient mysteries of as above so below. Beneath the romantic streets of Paris lies a labyrinth of darkness that holds secrets darker than death itself. 6 million skeletal remains line these tunnels. But what if I told you these catacombs hide something even more sinister? What if Dante's Inferno wasn't just a medieval poem, but a blueprint to something terrifyingly real? In 2014, one horror movie dared to explore this chilling connection. Today, we're diving deep into how as above, so below transformed Dante's medieval nightmare into a modern descent into madness. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of the Paris catacombs, a labyrinthine network of underground tunnels and chambers that stretches for miles beneath the city of light. The air is thick with the weight of history, and the darkness seems to pulsate with an otherworldly energy. You feel an inexplicable pull, a morbid fascination that beckons you to explore the depths of this subterranean wonder. As you peer into the shadows, you begin to notice the faint scent of damp earth and decay. The farther you venture, the stronger the stench becomes, a noxious reminder of the city's morbid past. Rumors of hidden chambers, ancient rituals, and mysterious artifacts have long captivated the imagination of Parisians and tourists alike. Now, you're about to uncover the dark truth behind the Paris catacombs. As you navigate the narrow tunnels, your footsteps echo through the cavernous spaces. The flickering torches cast eerie shadows on the walls, making it seem as though the very spirits of the dead are watching your every move. You stumble upon ancient relics left behind by the city's earliest inhabitants. A tattered banner, a weathered chalice, and a cryptic inscription that reads, "Memento Mori," or "Remember Death." These remnants of a bygone era hint at a history shrouded in mystery and marked by the inevitability of mortality. The catacombs, with its estimated 6 million deceased inhabitants, serve as a grim reminder of the impermanence of human life. You can't help but wonder about the stories of those whose remains now lie beneath your feet, their whispers silenced by the unforgiving earth. Your journey takes you deeper into the catacombs, where you stumble upon ancient symbols etched into the stone. These cryptic marks reveal a hidden world of mystical practices and ancient faiths. The Freemasons, a secret society once prevalent in Paris, left behind a trail of cryptic messages and mysterious symbols. These artifacts hint at a world where Platonism and Hermeticism merged with the mystical and the occult. You begin to suspect that the catacombs hold more than just a macabre fascination. It's a gateway to the inner workings of humanity's collective psyche. The ancient symbols, once meant to guide the initiated through the great work, now whisper tales of a hidden order that transcends the mundane world. As you venture deeper into the catacombs, the darkness begins to seep into your psyche. The weight of history, the musty scent of despair, and the knowledge of the countless lives lost here all combine to create an overwhelming sense of unease. You start to question the nature of existence, the human condition, and the abyss that lies within. The catacombs, in all their morbid glory, force you to confront the darkest aspects of human nature. The secrets hidden within these labyrinthine tunnels serve as a poignant reminder of our collective capacity for both creation and destruction. You are left to ponder the great mystery of existence, forever changed by the experience of delving into the very heart of the Paris catacombs. As you make your way back to the surface, the darkness begins to recede, replaced by the faint glow of sunlight peeking through the grates above. The Paris catacombs, in all their macabre beauty, have left an indelible mark on your psyche. The secrets you've uncovered will haunt you, a constant reminder of the dark truth that lies beneath the surface of this eternal city. You emerge from the catacombs, blinking in the bright light of day, with a newfound appreciation for the mysteries that lie beneath. The Paris catacombs will forever hold a part of you, a testament to the enduring power of the unknown and the eternal requiem that echoes through the streets of the City of Light. When horror meets medieval literature, a journey through hell. What's up, curious minds? Today we're doing something special. We're not just analyzing another found footage horror movie. We're uncovering how as above, so below brilliantly weaves together 3 fascinating elements: ancient alchemy, medieval literature, and psychological horror that will haunt your dreams. Imagine yourself standing at the threshold of a foreboding realm, the stench of brimstone wafting through the air as the gates of hell creak open before you. As you step across the dividing line, the 9 circles of hell, described in the Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri, unfold before your eyes like a twisted tapestry of darkness and despair. You begin your journey in the first circle of hell, where the Limbo resides, a realm of silent, hollow regret. You wander among the shades of ancient Greeks and Romans, their quiet whispers and murmurs weaving a haunting melody that tugs at your heartstrings. Here, the idea of as above, so below becomes poignantly clear. Even in realms of suffering, the human experience remains a universal constant. As you navigate through the second circle, the fierce winds of lust howl around you, whipping up a maelstrom of primal desires. You find yourself entwined in the chaotic dance of the underscore fury of Francesca and Paolo, their love story tragically interrupted by the fate that sealed their fate. The allure of forbidden love beckons, and you can't help but wonder, at what cost do we indulge in our deepest desires? Your descent continues, and you enter the third circle, where the gluttons writhe in a sea of putrid excrement, their eyes dull from the self-induced torpor of excess. This eerie scene forces you to confront the consequences of blinding your senses to the true essence of life. In this bleak environment, the phrase as above, so below takes on an eerie significance. The very things we gorge ourselves on in life become our self-inflicted prison. Next, you find yourself in the fourth circle, where the greed and hoarding of humanity's darkest aspects manifest. Here, you're struck by the realization that even the most vaunted treasures of wealth and status can't shield one from the abyss of self-destruction. As you watch the hoarders desperately clutching their material possessions, you begin to see the inherent link between austerity and liberation. The path forward unwinds toward the fifth circle, the domain of the anger, where hell's infamous ruler, the Minos, sentences the wrathful to a somber existence, their emotions reduced to mindless rage. You're struck by the piercing irony that, in this condition, they're effectively imprisoned by their own anger, and the as above so below paradigm proves once again relevant. Can the unrelenting cycle of fury truly bring us closer to our divine essence? As you traverse the descending plane, you arrive at the sixth circle, the realm of the heretics, an eerie abode for those who defy the faith of the faithful. You're faced with the gravity of opposing the untestable, the unproven, and the unknown, all questions we struggle to find answers to. You're left pondering the ever-ending intricacies of power, control, and individuality. Your odyssey brings you to the seventh circle, the violence and the sacrilege, where the ferocity of the human condition knows no bounds. Here, you enter a complex labyrinth of strife and oppression that cannot be grasped through simple moral judgments. The words of the wise resonate throughout this realm. As above so below indeed signifies that even the darkest aspects of human nature serve as mirrors to our own fears and demons. Your passage through the eighth circle brings you to a twisted world of sorcery, assassins, and deceit, each punishment custom-made to torment its inhabitants. This dark undercurrent serves as a stark reminder of the power of illusions to deceive, and of how the mask of sanity too often becomes a comfortable purveyor of conformity. Lastly, you enter the ninth circle, the icy expanse of treachery, the center of hell's profound despair, where Judas resides, the infamous patron of the nine circles. This is the place where even the collective human heart has succumbed to the cold darkness of selfless rebellion. Here, the impossible is possible. The illusion of salvation through malicious conviction has long left the wicked realm of dreams. Ultimately, your perilous journey has cast light upon the profoundly mysterious dance of reason and madness within us all. No matter how grotesque or ghastly, we choose to venture into the forgotten lands of horror. These subterranean realities forever blend in our memory, an indelible reminder that, as above, so below, we might be the architects of both darkness and redemption. Before we venture into the depths of the Paris catacombs, let me tell you why this film stands out from your typical horror fare. This isn't just about jump scares and shaky cameras. It's a carefully crafted parallel to Dante Alighieri's masterpiece, the Divine Comedy, specifically the Inferno. We'll break down how each level of these ancient tunnels corresponds to the 9 circles of hell, revealing how personal sins manifest in terrifying ways. Trust me, the connections will blow your mind. Quick heads up, this video contains major spoilers for As Above, So Below, and discusses some pretty dark themes from the Divine Comedy. If you haven't seen the movie yet, you might want to check it out first. Don't worry, I'll wait. Ready? Let's descend. Circle 1, Limbo. You find yourself standing at the edge of the Paris catacombs, a complex network of underground tunnels and chambers that stretches far beneath the city of light. As you peer into the darkness, the air thick with the weight of history seems to pulse with an otherworldly energy. You feel an inexplicable pull, a morbid fascination that beckons you to explore the depths of this subterranean wonder. As you venture into the catacombs, the initial tunnels feel relatively normal, Well, as normal as tunnels filled with human bones can be. The flickering torches cast eerie shadows on the walls, making it seem as though the very spirits of the dead are watching your every move. The atmosphere is unsettling, but not yet overtly hostile. This is the film's representation of Limbo, a place where the boundaries between the living and the dead are blurred. You start to notice the faint scent of damp earth and decay, a noxious reminder of the city's morbid past. The farther you venture, the stronger the stench becomes, a morbid signpost warning you of the darkness that lies ahead. You wonder what secrets the catacombs hold, what mysteries lie hidden in the labyrinthine tunnels and chambers. As you navigate the narrow passages, your footsteps echo through the cavernous spaces, a haunting melody that tugs at your heartstrings. You begin to feel a sense of disorientation, a sense of being lost in a world that is not your own. The catacombs seem to be shifting and twisting around you, like a living, breathing entity. You question your own sanity, wondering if you are trapped in some kind of surreal nightmare. And yet, you press on, driven by a morbid curiosity to uncover the secrets of the catacombs. You stumble upon ancient relics left behind by the city's earliest inhabitants. A tattered banner, a weathered chalice, and a cryptic inscription that reads, Memento Mori, orb remember death. These remnants of a bygone era hint at a history shrouded in mystery and marked by the inevitability of mortality. You begin to see the catacombs as a kind of purgatory, a place where the living and the dead coexist in a state of morbid limbo. The tunnels and chambers seem to be a representation of the collective unconscious, a manifestation of humanity's deepest fears and desires. You wonder if you are trapped in some kind of living nightmare, or if the catacombs are a doorway to a deeper, darker world. As you continue your journey, you come across a group of figures, shrouded in shadow, their faces obscured by the darkness. They seem to be watching you, intrigued by your morbid fascination with the catacombs. You sense a strange energy emanating from them, a sense of unease that is impossible to shake. You wonder who they are, what they want, and what secrets they might be hiding. The air in the catacombs seems to be growing thick with otherworldly energy, a sense of anticipation that is building towards some kind of crescendo. You feel a sense of unease, a sense of being drawn into a world that is not your own. The catacombs seem to be exerting a kind of dark influence over you, drawing you deeper into the heart of the labyrinth. You realize that you are not alone in the catacombs, that there are unseen forces at work, forces that are manipulating your perceptions and compelling you to explore the darker recesses of the tunnels and chambers. The line between reality and nightmare is blurring, and you are not sure which path to take. As you stumble through the darkness, you start to notice strange symbols etched into the walls, symbols that seem to be pulsing with a malevolent energy. You sense that these symbols are a key to unlocking the secrets of the catacombs, a door to a darker world that lies beyond the limits of human understanding. You begin to wonder if you are being drawn into some kind of ancient ritual, a sacrifice to a malevolent deity that dwells in the depths of the catacombs. The air is thick with unease, and you are not sure what horrors lie ahead. The darkness seems to be closing in around you, a suffocating blanket of dread that is impossible to shake. You realize that you have uncovered a secret that lies at the very heart of the catacombs. You wonder if you can escape, or if you will be trapped forever in this living nightmare of shadows and darkness. As you continue to explore the catacombs, you begin to realize that the line between reality and nightmare is blurring, and you are not sure which path to take. The darkness seems to be drawing you deeper into a world that is not your own. You wonder if you will ever find a way out, or if you will be trapped forever in this labyrinth of shadows and dread. Circles of desire, lust and gluttony. The second and third circles manifest through the team's overwhelming desires. Scarlet's obsessive quest for the philosopher's stone mirrors the souls trapped in lust. Just as those souls are blown about by eternal winds in Dante's work, our characters are driven forward by their own unstoppable compulsions. Gluttony appears when the team must crawl through increasingly tight spaces, literally being consumed by the catacombs. The claustrophobic atmosphere forces them to face their excessive desires, much like the gluttons in Dante's Hell, who lie in eternal filth. As you delve into the realm of Torre dell'Amore, the Tower of Love, within Dante's 9 circles of hell, you're met with an unyielding passion that defies the very fabric of morality. Lust, in this ancient Catholic context, isn't merely an earthly sin, but an all-encompassing force that transcends mortality, binding individuals together through a labyrinth of desires. The unrelenting desire for love. Here, within Limbo's outer boundary, Souls are trapped in an eternal dance of longing, unable to grasp or even comprehend the essence of their fascination. Like Pandora's box, their hearts are opened, unleashing emotional turmoil that intensifies with each passing moment. Perhaps it's the relentless urging of Aphrodite's divine power, or the maddening temptation of Eros, but the agony is all-consuming. Your existence revolves around unrelenting fixation, forging a union that disintegrates at the mere hint of conventional sanity. From profligate spendthrifts to seductive vampires, further into Limbo lies the second depth, a realm harboring the souls of those who succumb to the abyss of gluttony. Like the doomed inhabitants of Catacombs, the ultimate desecration of human existence has enthralled even the subconscious. Entranced souls succumb to the abyss of excess, and all vestiges of conscience fade into the shadows, plunged into the sea of hedonism. Their ghastly bodies reflect their souls, bodies wasted, mind enfeebled, and will helpless against the abyssal allure. Lust dissolves into gluttony, perpetuating an almost inexplicable depravity. Into the core of the hellish tangle, the sack of cities. As you continue navigating the web of circles of desire, you stumble upon the merciless hordes of cities ravaged by conflict. Florentine palaces and Venetian canals lie destroyed, remnants of cultures wiped away in an eternal frenzy of bloodlust. Amidst this catastrophic scenery lies Lucretia's legendary grief. From the cataclysmic ripples of war to the impotence emanating from each soul, forever crippled by the darkness. Every soul torn, destroyed, and distorted echoes through time eternally damned as lost souls cry out their futile rage within hell's cold abyss. Echoes of anarchy and uninhibited desires. The intricate dance of depravity in these lost places reveals a blurred edge between passion and abomination. The gluttonous, weakened souls care not about consequence, nor can they explain the internal warfare within their own shattered identities. Victimhood and devotion flow into each other like rival currents in the sea of hate. Driven to an artless brutality, desires blind existence to what has previously brought such frenzy. What was love or care no longer exists in a scene distorted by wanton satisfaction fostered within a hall of merciless indulgence. Love unbounded, and the unpunished ones. And so you finally enter the fascinating depth of the circle. Love as death itself, merciless in its indifference towards souls consumed by either gluttony or lust. Yet amidst abject horror and irony exists, nothing sustains. No gluttonous remnant exists. Emptiness shrouds what has long burned out, hollow bodies remindingly bereft of existence. Here lies the bleak message to would-be judges. Beneath the chaos of silent, supreme judgment takes care of the very seed of hedonism. The middle circles, greed and anger. When the team discovers the hidden chamber filled with treasures, we enter the fourth circle of greed. But here's where it gets clever. Notice how each character's reaction to the treasure reveals their true nature. The film transforms Dante's hoarders and wasters into modern treasure hunters, each battling their own materialistic demons. The fifth circle, anger, erupts when personal tensions boil over. Watch how the catacombs begin to actively reflect each character's rage, turning their inner violence outward. The flooding tunnels mirror Dante's river Styx, where the wrathful eternally fight. The deeper descent, heresy and violence. The sixth circle brings us to one of the film's most striking scenes, the inverse church. This representation of heresy isn't just about religious doubt. It's about the characters questioning the very nature of reality itself. The film suggests that true heresy is denying our own sins. Violence, the seventh circle, manifests through increasingly brutal encounters. Pay attention to how each character faces violence that specifically relates to their past actions. It's not random, it's personalized punishment, just as Dante described. The final circles, fraud and treachery. In the eighth circle, fraud, the very architecture of the catacombs becomes deceptive. Paths that should lead up lead down, exits become entrances, and reality itself seems to practice deception. The film brilliantly updates Dante's concept of fraud for a modern audience. Finally, we reach treachery, where our characters face their ultimate betrayals, not just of others, but of themselves. The frozen lake of Dante's ninth circle becomes a psychological freeze, where each character must confront their deepest betrayals to find redemption. You've heard whispers of Cerberus, the three-headed dog that guards the gates of the Underworld. Yet, in the 9 circles of hell, you never thought you'd encounter a similar guardian of deceit. The 9th circle, Giudecca, represents the realm of treachery in all its forms. A place where the damned are trapped in a frozen wasteland of their own making. As you navigate this desolate landscape, you stumble upon figures from history and literature, all bound to the same fate. Dante's Divine Comedy describes this circle as the lowest rung in the abyss, reserved for traitors and those who betrayed others through their words or actions. Here, you find yourself amidst a frozen sea, with the faces of the condemned etched into the ice. One of them catches your eye, Brutus, the Roman senator who conspired against Caesar. His presence is a reminder that the path of deceit often involves the manipulation of others. You ponder the circumstances that led him to betray the man who was once his ally and friend. Across the icy expanse, you notice a figure shrouded in shadows. It's Rodrigo Borgia, infamous for his cunning and deceit. His reputation as a master manipulator precedes him, and his presence in this circle serves as a testament to the far-reaching consequences of his actions. As you observe these figures, you can't help but wonder about the motivations behind their treachery. Was it a desire for power, a need for survival, or something more complex? The frozen landscape of Giudecca holds secrets, and the whispers of the condemned seem to echo through the silence, hinting at the complexities of human nature. Suddenly, the ground begins to shudder, and the ice cracks beneath your feet. You feel the presence of Lucifer, the morning star, as he descends into the circle. His fiery gaze sweeps across the frozen sea, and the condemned figures tremble in fear. It's a stark reminder that in the 9 circles of hell, there is no escape from the consequences of one's actions. The air is heavy with the weight of deceit and betrayal. You begin to realize that the final circles are not just a destination, but a reflection of the choices we make in life. The treacherous paths we take, the relationships we betray, and the power we wield can all lead to this desolate realm. As you continue to navigate Giudecca, you're confronted with the reality that treachery can take many forms. The frozen landscape is dotted with the faces of those who have betrayed others through words, actions, or omissions. The more you explore this circle, the more you understand that the line between right and wrong is often blurred, and the consequences of our choices can be both far-reaching and devastating. The whispers of the condemned grow louder, and you begin to hear the whispers of your own conscience. You're forced to confront the darker aspects of your own nature and the choices you've made in your own life. The final circles of fraud and treachery are a harsh reminder that our actions have consequences, and the choices we make can lead us down a path of destruction or redemption. As you stand at the edge of this frozen sea, you're left with a haunting question. What secrets lie beneath the surface of your own heart? The alchemical connection. The phrase "as above, so below" isn't just a cool title. It's a fundamental principle of Hermeticism and medieval alchemy. The film uses this concept to suggest that hell isn't just a physical place below, but a mirror of our sins above. Each character's journey reflects this duality, with Scarlet serving as both a Dante figure seeking redemption and a Virgil figure guiding others through hell. The gates of hell lead to more dark discoveries. As above, so below isn't just another horror movie. It's a masterful reimagining of how ancient literature can speak to our modern fears. 700 years after Dante wrote his Inferno, we're still grappling with the same sins, the same fears, and the same need for redemption. If this journey through the Paris catacombs fascinated you, you're in for a treat. Our next video will explore how the Divine Comedy has influenced other modern horror films. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Now I'm curious, which circle of hell did you find most terrifying? Did you catch any connections to Dante's Inferno that we missed? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're hungry for more deep dives into horror cinema and its historical connections, check out our video on the occult symbolism in Hereditary. It's linked right here. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.